Hello and welcome to week 14 of the Simply Cup. It is time. It is the one and only best time of the week. It is a random mania exchange edition, and also I am doing an ASMR edition because I probably shouldn't be on right now. I have some family members over, but you know what? I know you guys love it, so I'm here. Let's fucking go. Let's watch Zeril into the warm-up of this first map. We have 10 maps this week. Hopefully, I only have 10 maps, so hopefully all of them are respawnable. We'll just have to hope. But it looks like we have a full-speed quick map here. It is Sparks' new stadium mode too. It's a pretty cool looking map. Very short, very easy, good way to start. So, I don't think I have much to say. I think this should be respawnable. It's looking good. Let's have a look at Bilingo. 30 seconds more of the warm-up. You have 1 minute warm-up. You have 3 rounds on each map. And it's the winner who has the most points by the end of it. Easy as. That's why it's Simply Cup. For simple players, simple fun. But 50 more seconds. Let's get into it. Who are we going to spectate? Let's spectate an Australian. The leaderboard doesn't go crazy. If I can... Oh. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get an Australian as the leaderboard's going crazy. Let's watch Gandhi into the first round. Let's have fun. Let's find out how these are gonna be today. Gandhi going for the straight approach, finding himself in 28th, 0-1 behind. A couple players, I think, getting a slightly better drop down, and unfortunately for Gandhi, has missed out. And we switched to Bilingo, trying to catch up to the pack, and he went into the moon, which is definitely not what you want. Probably only picking up a 1-pointer there. So a couple players coming in at the later end here. Maybe a few people missing out on that start jump, even though it's quite easy. You can just press forward. But who won the first round? It was Mr. XQ, Dog, Pluto, Katabu, and Kip, rounding off the top 5. Let's have a look at Unscar. He said he wants to have the spectator curse, or the caster curse, if he is going to crash here. Finding himself with a good line. I think he slightly hit the grass there, but hasn't lost that much time with a really good inside line, and he does get the caster's curse by trying to go super inside, and will lose out on at least 100 points there. That's unlucky, Unscar. That's unlucky, man. But Mr. X only getting 26 points, and Pluto and Katabu only getting 6 and 1. Dog doing very well. Kip as well, gaining a lot. Eights hasn't found the finish yet. Mime picking up a 3rd position. So let's have a look at Kip there in the Kek W car, which is available in the Simply Nick Club. Definitely join it if you have not. But Kip finding himself in 70th, but goes for the wider approach, so we'll have more speed. This is looking good for him, but he just, I thought he was going to clip that, just misses out on it, and can get a super boost. No, he can't. Gets around 20th there. Very, very close map. As we have the rest of the field coming in. So, oh, hang on. Dog and Ins not being able to finish. Expert only getting 1 point as well. So Kip is actually gaining a hell of a lot. Mime as well. After a slow start, gains 114. Trasher with the win there. Matrix hasn't finished. It doesn't actually finish. We'll drop down all the way to 15th there. That is a lot of points lost. But we come to a NASCAR map now. One of Simply Nick's favourite styles in this game. NASCAR is only ever a ++, especially if it's by the one and only Prez. A couple people broughting already, but they haven't even played the map, so I'm just going to ignore them. Have a bit of a loading time here. We have 89 players this week, which is really cool to see. Still a lot of hype around this cup, which is really motivating for me. As I said, I probably shouldn't even be on today, but you know what? I know people enjoy playing it, people enjoy watching it, so I'm here right now. Looks like we're watching Lingo for this warm-up. Did get that first section well. It's a small little bonk. It is only warm-up though. Also, as I was saying, if you do enjoy it, make sure to follow on Twitch. Drop a sub on YouTube. It really does help out. But pretty simple map here, floating in the sky. A couple definitely crucial turns, and there's going to be like some difficult ones, like here for example, straight after some boost. So a couple things to look out for in this one is some of these drift strats, or is the release strats going to be faster? Let's find out. I think for some of them, because they have the boost right there, it's going to be quite difficult to get it with a release, which is often faster in NASCAR. But who knows? Let's have a look at Euro for this first round here. With his fantastic car. Also, it's UVM with that Mercedes car. Maybe we'll have to try and spectate him later. Looks like Trasher is out in front here, as well as Max getting it really well. Ooh, someone hitting the wall there. Hey, looks like Trasher is coming into the first part. Big Boy Gandhi also doing very well. Alec finding himself at that very top position. Yuvo though, in 20th. Or 23rd indeed. Doing very well so far. Has avoided all the edges. Maintaining his speed. Other than that one corner which was up here. But look how many extras he's gaining right now. I think that was about 4 positions. 5 now. Jaffa even slowing down a little bit. And someone there clipping the wall. Gandhi after a quick start. And also passing Kip, who was the first player. Oh, Kip with a really nice under drift there, or under release. And also with Mr. Q, look how much speed he gains there. Yuva though picking up a 15th, that's very good from him. So we have the rest of the field coming in hot. Very simple map once you learn it. Branjo, I'm not sure if he joined late, is in last. Fonzie also at the back, but pretty nice map, I think. Oh, okay, tell me what you think. Do you guys like floating maps, or would you prefer it connected to the ground? I know there's a couple players which just hate when maps float. It's quite funny. I don't really mind. I do prefer them on the ground, but it doesn't really worry me. Let's have a look at Maris here, who I think struggled a little bit on that first round, or was late to join. I didn't really see him at first. Has moved up to a 5th position, 297 points. Doing well so far. Has to slow down slightly for this one. And it looks like Ungar is in first. Battling Christian as well. And Mime getting that really inside line. That is good from him. Lingo, one of the players we spectated a lot already, is in 13th. Maris just overtaking though, and gaining a few positions. As I said, that turn being very crucial. It does have to slightly release there though, and has been overtook by these players once again. But now in a top 12 by Marius, getting to 11. But a really nice release, goes a bit risky. Will it pay off for him? I think he's too far behind. And he will stay in a top 10 there. Very well played by Marius. So we have the rest of the field coming in hot. But I like this map. This very simple. Maybe not your typical NASCAR map, but it's pretty good. So we have one more round on the NASCAR map. Mime really gaining a lot so far. Has moved up to first by 60 points on Dog. But let's move down a little bit to fellow Australian Mr. Grubbit. Let's see how he will do. It's like Trasher was in first there, but no, he does keep his first place. slightly lagging, and he does hit that wall, so we'll lose out a lot of time as well as Justin there. Let's have a look at someone maybe a bit further ahead. Matrix Bill goes for a drift. It's probably not what you want for that turn, and has moved down to 46. Let's just stay on top of Matrix here and see how he will do the rest of the last lap here. Also with the Ninador Yikes skin. Make sure you guys check out Ninador on Twitch, who is also streaming her perspective for these cups quite often. Also pushing for Twitch partnership. Check her out. But Matrix still finding himself in 41st here. Couple people slowing down a bit. Couple people like Nero there going for a drift. Seems pretty close. Oh, ends with a lot of extra speed. But Matrix climbing to 33rd there. Very well played. As we have all the rest of the field coming in hot. Medic's the final player, but still will be able to finish. Very well played. No worries, you sit back and relax. It's a very chilled episode, so just kick back, grab some. Oh, this may be copyrighted. I can't afford to check that out. Oh my, this. Oh, okay. It's only just the start of the map, so it should be fine. I was gonna say if that's like in the middle, having a corkscrew in the middle of the map, that could be quite scary. But it looks like we have a bit of a multi-style track here. A bit longer as well. Maybe picking up a little bit of speed. And it has an intro. That's a plus right there. What's it going to say? It is beat fun. Here we go. Let's go into Trouble for this first one. Obviously, won't be able to see this corkscrew with the spectate camera, but let's leave it as we have a bit of ice transition at the end there, and we have a continued ice reactor boost, I should say. Let's change to Simfried as they had to respawn. Simfried now also opting for a respawn. We're really not finding the rest of the map here. So let's have a look at Chenga, see if he can follow through. Unlucky Nero. I'm sorry if a game crashes. I can't do anything about it until Nadeo themselves fix their game. Alright, Shenga going for the multiple loop strat. I like it. Changing up it a little bit. A couple pretty big loops in this one. Have a freewheeling uphill, so maybe this is going to be quite tough for some players to finish here. You do have 30 seconds of overtime, so hopefully most players being able to finish. The finish is only around that one more corner there, so hopefully most players being able to finish. Let's have a look at Jaffa though. Now he will do on this first one. Does release with that reactor boost. Bit of an odd section with that reactor there. Maybe it changes the way some players will have to drive as Jaffa gets that really inside, but will hit the edge. Hopefully he can still make this loop as a lot of players pass him right now. Maybe now let's keep up with Jaffa just to see the rest of the map. Has probably moved down to roughly 50th, 43rd. So that's not so great, but maybe with a few players bonking those poles there and flipping on that edge, that is not good. As we move to the final loop, Unscar is the first player to finish. Jaffa gaining that extra bit of speed going the outside line. And we have our final loop into the finish with that freeze, but that's where the finish was. So a lot of players mostly being able to finish as we have them yeeting into the sky. What a beautiful sight to behold. But definitely a couple players missing out on the finish here. But hopefully should see most of the track there and learn it for this coming up round. I'm still in first, Dog in second, Trasher in third. Speaking of Trasher, let's have a look at how he is going on this one. with a very tribal looking car. I like it. So Trasher doesn't get the start so great, but does have that extra bit of speed. But no, clips that edge. Oh, that's really unlucky. Trying to go for the risky line hasn't paid off. It's a massively beautiful drift there though. And look how many positions he's getting back up from 45th probably to 25th, I would imagine. And gets this jump really far as well. Avoids the pole as a few people still clipping the edge there and bonking the transition.
Hey,
Trashing,
that's pretty
opting
good.
for the inside line. Someone crashing right before this loop. That's not what you want. Trasher gaining a 15th by the end there. So, very interesting map. I think I like it. Probably a little bit tough, as I said, to learn very quickly, but it is insane getting the first position, which seems to do very good. But I think he goes for the risky strats sometimes, and it costs him a couple points. But Mime peeking up a second again, so Mime already moving out a little bit ahead. Players like Dog, Marius, Ansgar, and Kip still doing well though. To round off the top 5. Let's have a look at the dude this time. See how's this. He's going on this one. Does struggle for that corkscrew start and follows through nicely, however. Also, thanks for the follows, guys. I do very much appreciate it. So, dude goes very wide, and oh, he misses that drift there. So we'll have to go through the next section with a lot less speed. Let's move up to the top of the field, as we haven't really watched on this one. Insane, actually, in that top battle once again. Darkwigs goes for that inside line. Has paid off for him there. And it will be Marius overtaking the player who went to the right outside line as they do not catch up. Who was that? I think it was Insane. I'm surprised he went for the outside line there. I mean, there is that extra boost, but there isn't that much of the end there to gain that booster back. But there we have it. Oh, it wasn't Insane. He got the first place. Might have been Trasher. I'm not sure. I think we were watching Trasher, so not sure who it was. But Insane with another win there. Definitely gaining a lot of points. Alex and Bell only getting 1. Will lose out a lot. DNF'd instead of respawning. Top tip, unbind your attire just in case. The wide loop was so hard to do if you got it really fast at the start. Yes, some of these look a little bit tough to learn quite quickly. We have quite a long map here again. I hope that this is respawnable. This was one of the ones where I saw I'm like, it could possibly not be respawnable, but let's hope it is. Who shall we watch? Let's have a look at Zemus here. Check out how he does start. Coldplay's going to the right. Seems like everything works out. But those first 2 jumps definitely can just press forward, and small turns should be able to go. But look like there isn't that many checkpoints. Definitely players will have to watch out for that, as we have a backwards boost. Oh no, you can avoid these. Why is there a backwards boost here? I'll see if people complain. It should be fine. But yeah, some of these jumps, yeah, we might have to skip this one. So 9 maps this week. That's alright. It happens sometimes with these random maps. So, unfortunately, I don't know why he's put the backwards booster there. If the backwards booster wasn't there, I think this would have been perfectly fine. And you can do things like go on that scenery there, but some of the more beginner players might not be able to do it. So let's just move on. 9 maps instead, as we have a very short map. So who likes their ice maps? Because we have a sneaky short one here. As always, the chat goes absolutely ham when there's those ice maps. We love to see it. But it is short, so hopefully everyone should be able to make it. It was worth it. Keyboard gang. It's not my fault if people are going to complain about the keyboard being or pad being more overpowered. You have the option to switch. I did switch at the start of the game, and it definitely has helped in some situations, but everything should still be able to be played. But let's watch Derby here as he goes through it once. Oh, there's definitely going to be some bonks at this ending as well. Cannot wait to see that. But looks like a pretty fun, simple map. If you can get those wall, especially this first wall ride right, you will definitely gain a lot. Sturpy goes for that drift strat, could pay off, but I think if you do it, you might bounce off to the side there. You can cut this. Don't think you can cut, but cuts are allowed, so go ahead. As Pirate gets it very good, but as I was talking about, does get the bonk. Definitely will have to. I might actually keep it on this camera. This actually is looking good for a change. So let's keep the drone camera out for the first one here, as we have a couple AFK players. I wish there wasn't the AFK players because it stuffs up the camera. So we have a few players falling off already. No, this is the cut they're talking about. So you can get onto the ground. Bellingo, the first one here, is he going to finish? He's actually going to get that. We have some very big brain players right there. That is something I definitely did not see. So there we go, Ansgar and Insane, I think, was some of the ones benefiting from that. Ansgar picking up 109, Alec with, no, Inns with 104. And as I said, Blingo with that 120 points. So what a map, because he's only got one checkpoint, has been cutted. Absolutely amazing. I'm picking up 82, but still a fair chunk of points is finding himself 100 points ahead. But let's have a look at Dog now. I think Dog is more a safe player, so he probably won't go for the cut. I think he tried it there. Does clip, however. Let's have a look at Marius. Look how much speed he gains. So is it going to pay off for him? Let's change to the camera. Lots of players going for the cut. And it's Seamus getting first. Definitely worth going for the cut. Some of those players getting that good line like Marius will probably not enjoy it, as Dog has to go the safe route. Mr. X only gaining 14 there, and Dog just getting a single point. That's really good for mine. Marius 60 points, Unsgar 104, Insane 109. Crubbit there, being able to finish after doing a Tony Hawk style grind. So definitely a bit of a shake-up of the leaderboard for those big brain players compared to those who aren't. Let's watch Insane's actually, as he's been getting cut really well. Goes for a very tall line, will get a good landing as he gains a lot of extra speed. Couple players ahead of him, but has that extra bit of speed. Couple players going early as well, actually. Zemus and Spider? I'm not sure if I picked up the second name. With some of those who got it. No, Laszlo. Someone we haven't seen yet. Picking up a full 120 points. That is what we want to see. As we have our final players now coming around the corner. Turpy, Dansky, and Risco will be able to finish if they don't bonk. There we go. Entire field being able to finish. No, Mr. X. I didn't see Mr. X on the field, so quite interesting there. But people enjoyed ice so much, there is another ice map. How about that? We love ice. Don't we love ice? And this is going to be a tough one here, as there is some tilted corners. So it could be especially tough for those who maybe aren't that great in it. But for those who enjoy their ice, maybe gaining a little bit extra this week. As we have the one and only H-Tim for this warm-up. Keep an eye out because I am currently doing a collaboration with him. The man, the myth, legend does have to fully respawn this corner, but opts for a full retire. So I think a couple of players will complain about that respawn there, but if you just go slightly higher or go for the 360 strat, that's what we love to see. No, that's a bit too far, Tim, but I like this 360 strat. No, he gobs for a full respawn, does retire. I think he should have kept with that 360 strat. I liked it. Get that some of the style points in there. But he does nail that drift for this second one. Goes slightly over time. But a fun thing about Tim, there's some Easter eggs about ice in the maps we're making. If you can find it, it's quite funny. But who shall we watch? Let's have a look at Leslar, who picked up a lot of points last round. See how he does this one. Looks like he will have to slow down a little bit. Players like Risen, I think it is in first. No, Felino gets it really well. Dog I saw out in first. That's going to be good points for him. Mime is currently in first, but I think it is insane getting a first place. Leslar with a slightly overdrift in that second ice section does get 40 seconds. Still pretty decent, as this is a very tough map. Some of the shortest maps are some of the most difficult because there's a lot that you can gain from such short amounts of style. But it's insane. Dog, Maverick, Justin, and Console there picking up the most points. Let's actually have a look at Console here, who's rocking the... I thought it was the New Zealand skin, but I don't think so. He's an Australian player. Really, really good. As he gets this drift nicely. He's finding himself in 27th though, those players getting that first drift quickly. And I think we see a couple people cutting. I did not see those two. Cataboo, we will have to try and find them for next round. With one other player also being out of first. But yeah, you can definitely jump off here. But the risk not paying off for players like Xerox and Flurno, as they are struggling from the respawn. Yep, gaining a lot of points, getting a first position. That is good for him in his 6. Trash though, not gaining. No, he gains a 1. Does manage to finish. And Mime, also trying the cut, has lost 100 points on Dog there. And will now find himself 3 points difference. That's pretty crazy. As we have Mime on the spectator slot. Let's see if he goes for the cut or doesn't opt for it this time. No, definitely doesn't. Let's see who goes for it. Caterpillar once again goes for it, but definitely an overdrift as he loses out on a lot of positions. Nerms though, I think it is, with an absolute banger of a time. Dog still up there getting a lot of points. And we see the rest of the pack coming in hot. So Marius though, not being able to finish. Nope, does get the 1 pointer. Kip with 44 and Doggin Insane gaining on Mime there. So we do have a new leader. Mime possibly also dropping down to 3rd place after that DNF. So a massive shake up of the field. No, 1 point difference. Very, very close coming into the final few maps here. As we have yet again a very, very short map. So very simple edition. I'm liking the maps on this one. Do you see what I see? I see a yep tree. But you do have that tilted block, so I don't think you should be crashing into that. But I can put my monies on someone crashing into that. Who shall we watch for this first one? For the warm-up, I should say. Let's have a look at Chris Birdie, who is finding himself in 33rd. So Dog on 1292, Mime 1263, Ins 1262, Unscar 1149, Kip 1135. Very well played by those top 5, doing well consistently, and they keep it up for the final ones. So we have a tough sausage block transition jump here. But Chris actually nailing it straight into the tree. I absolutely jinxed it there. I was going to say he's absolutely nailed the warm-up there, gaining around 7th position, but does crash a little bit, so we'll learn from that one. Max trying a bit of a shortcut, but I don't know how he's going to jump up that one. So you have 10 more seconds. Let's have a look at someone a little bit further down. Let's have a look at Nenador. As I was talking about it earlier. Nope, we're on Banlo. How does that happen? Let's have a look at Nenador. Put the pressure on. See how she'll do this first round here. Gets the transitions at the start, very good. But look how close this battle is. This is going to be some really close times, I can already see it. Ansgar, I think, looking out to be first. Dog in a good position again. But Jaffa actually in the first position for that CP sync as Nina gets a top 30. Very well played by her. And we have a very, very close battle. Ansgar says, stop Jinx, and I did not even look at Ansgar. So, blaming the caster when I don't even say his name. That is fantastic. Dog in 85 points there, but a lot of players in that top pack struggling. Trash getting 120, which is good for him. Gnome's also on 194, but nearly everyone dropping big boy points. Dog now in 70 points ahead of Insane. That is a crazy change of events after Mayim's dominant beginning. We have Pizzle, Insane, out in the first place. Dog goes for the inside line. If he can get this, good landing. Does gain from it. Nick, Nerms also in the battle. Looks like Insane will get it. And someone's sniping with a great ending there. I think it was Justin. What a fantastic turn. But Dog still gaining 109 points. Insane though with that 120. Kip only getting 8. Mr. X with 4. Justin getting 114, so maybe we'll catch up to Mr. X there. Cataboo also battling for that top 10. Maris, Mime, Insane, Dog still the same top 4. Kip has dropped a little bit, however. And let's just continue to put the pressure on Ansgar because he loves it so much. So Ansgar finding himself in 30th at that first checkpoint, but gains a lot on that next section. A couple players falling off that edge there, trying to go for the risky line. As Ansgar gets an insane two-wheel stunt, but has to slow down on that difficult transition. Gets that end turn really quick though, gets a top 15, 17th place there. That is really good from him. And we have some of the players who maybe fell off on those sausage blocks transitions. Struggling a little bit. But once again, these maps are really short this week, but really technical. I like it. Trasher gaining 120. Insane though, really, really good on this map. Mime doing well. And Maris gaining 2nd place there. So this is going to go down to the wire, I think. Lots of players still in contention. One of the first weeks, which is a really, really close battle. But we have a bit of a speed map here, by the looks of it. Who will get it the best? Oh, we might have a transition. I will have to check that. I am being quiet because there is people sleeping in the room next to me. So a bit of a heavy loading time, but finally into it. Let's have a look at Maverick for the warm-up. Gets this first section good, but actually opts for a respawn. Wants it to perfect. Nope, tries the jump strap. see what will actually be quicker by the end. Goes for a bit of a drift. Definitely not what you want for that corner. So we definitely want to jump for that one. Takes it very steady, easy going, as we have our first big corner. And then that respawn which I was talking about, looks like you definitely can get to the finish from that checkpoint, so that's no problem. Looking like a simple, fun map. How is Schengen doing the start here? Goes for the right side of the sausage block. Probably better to go the left side as it is slightly lower, but not sure how much you'll lose out. Someone gaining a lot of speed there. I think it's Trasher going for that extra wide drift. Or no drift, I should even say. As we have Schengen hitting that reset block, so that will be something that I think a couple players will crash into. That is definitely going to be something to look out for. But let's have a look at Xerox here going for the lowest of the low transitions, and that will gain him a lot of speed, as well as Expert doing really well. Mr. X and Mime out in the first positions. Ooh, Kip, I think that was, gets that really, really tight line. And Bonk. Xerox getting that extra bit of speed. Dog going for the side, as well as Ian skipping that boost, which is what you want, to continue your boost instead of getting a reset. And that would be a dog win as far as I can see. And Insane in second. You can see why these two are now in the top positions. Trasher in second, Maris in third and fourth, sorry. Peterson does rage quit. Christian and Mr. X only getting 1 point, as well as area there. So, few players are dropping off a little bit. Definitely not a easy map, as you can gain a lot from those really, really low jumps, as I was talking about. Ooh, we finally have every single person on the field going, so we can check out this viral camera. Nope, someone has to respawn. Let's move up to Mime, who is on a good start. Christian goes for the inside line, does not pay off as he crashes. Mime going for a slight drift, and probably will opt to miss the reset block. Nope, goes for the low jump. Trasher just jumping over, but definitely look at that gain. As I said, with that reactor boost, maintaining it, and does gain a few positions. So we have Garano there struggling. Pizzle and Agron stuck a little bit at the respawn to go around, and Agron should be able to finish. There we go. Hunskar with the 1 point gang. Oh, the only one other than Cataboo. So a couple players dropping out a little bit, as Dog is 18-16, In's on 17-40, Mime on 16-40. Let's have a look at Justin now for this final round on this map. Gets to start pretty decently, as he goes for the higher jump to get the better angle. Let's actually miss this corner and move to the reactor block here, and let's have a check out, have a different angle. In's in first, Trasher in second, all missing that final respawn, as we have Trasher gaining a little bit. Buns does crash. A couple players going for the right side, skipping that reset, and a couple players full bonking. What a map! What an absolute map right there. As we have Ansgar and Nerms, the only one, no, Blingo as well, getting 15 points. Dog getting 80, Ins in 120, Mime in 114. So the top 5 there getting a lot of points compared to the next 5 players. So that is good to secure that top 5 there. As we have peak creativity right here. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I could not even come up with this masterpiece if I tried. And the great thing about it is, I think this is the final map, so leaving the best to last. It's definitely either the last map or the second last one. But what an absolute masterpiece. I should make an entire edition around these kind of maps. But looks like we have a progressively more difficult, as we have road, grass, dirt, and then an ice slide, which I think will or lose out a couple players, but can go for a safe respawn if it is easier. As we have Maverick in first, no, Mime gaining a little bit there, as well as Area. We can see the massive pack in the middle, UBM just slightly missing that drift, Chaser as well. Benny already going for it, or Mime, as Kip, Prissy, and full off, trying that different strat, but looks like it is going to be slower. Area, Mime, Justin, and Darkwix, first over in the warm-up. What's an absolute plus of a map right there. Nicholas Spoon is just chilling on the field. That is certainly not going to net you some points. But Area did do well in that first warm-up, so let's actually keep an eye on him. Where is he sitting? He has done well in past cups, is in 17th. Very good from him. Let's find out if he can finish on high. As I said, he is out in first. Good stuff in couple plays with that extra bit of speed to overtake him. Mime though in the exact same position as he was in the warm-up here. Insane also in the battle. All three of these players with a good final drift. Who will it be? On the ice, In's going really early. Harry going a bit late and will have to full respawn. Let's move up a little bit to Alingo and Gandhi, the one with the insane amount of extra speed. I think Consul nearly missing the finish, but does pick up an 8th. As we have those players who fell off coming in hot, and those final few having to go for the full respawn. Oh, Skyroo! No, we'll have to respawn again, as well as A1 and both DNFing. But Trash it there, the only one in the top 10, gaining 10 points, does keep his top 5 though. Let's check out someone new. Mr. Expert has picked up a couple good times so far. He's finding himself in 30th as a couple players falling off there. Expert taking those these corners, cutting them quite late. Doesn't really seem to lose his speed though, so finding himself in the top 10 right now. Oh, a couple players actually getting that one though, really good. Let's check out for this extra drift though. Expert going super far. Can he hold it? No, he can't. And we'll have to respawn. That's not good from him. Let's move up to the finish line here. Blingo actually picking up the win. And Marius Nerms to round off the top 3. So it is Dog gaining a few extras on top of Ins and Mimes as Marius is 100 points ahead, or behind I should say. We'll have to get a top position to get into that top 3. And we have a massive gap between the top 5 as Trash is struggling a little bit on this one. So let's maybe move to him as once again players still falling off that first checkpoint. Trying to go the risky strat, doesn't pay off. Mime though, well out in front, trying to secure that win right at the end. Insane Area, Dog, players to look out for here. Trasher does miss the drift, we'll have to take it slow. So we have Dog finishing himself on a good one. Area, Justin, and Marius, some of those players in the top positions. So as far as I know, that's the last map. There could possibly be one more. I'm not here to take note. But Dog definitely securing first so far. Insane will be fair enough ahead of Mime. As Mime picks up a good final map. But 300 point difference between 4th and 3rd. So very well played by the top 4. Nerms in 1669 though. Nice. Alrighty, do we have one more? I mean, for all I know, we have 2 more. We do definitely have one more. There you go. So, and continue the point overlook, as we definitely have a crucial map here. Oh no, I think it's not respawnable at the end. Oh no. I mean, people can go back. Well, I'm not going to skip this because people can learn it. As we will look for Asmon here to check out this warm-up. It's a bit of a multi-directional map here. What will be the best line? So we have a fantastic fragile block there as far as I know. So you don't want to get too much airtime, otherwise you'll break your car. As Asmon also crashes. So it looks like we have a chaotic map here because there's no reset block either. So a lot of players probably won't enjoy this one, as Marius only makes the finish. So I think we might have to full skip. That's quite unfortunate. If there wasn't this fragile block, it'd be perfectly fine. But we will have to full skip for this final run. So very short edition here. It is sometimes hard to get the perfect maps for this cup. It is unfortunately going to be too tough for most players though, with that fragile there, otherwise I would have kept it. But it is what it is sometimes, as we do have random maps. But it is supposed to just be a fun competition, just remember that. No need to take it too seriously, as we have the GG then. I would have liked to have seen that map. I was hoping to play that map because those sausage blocks are quite tough to conquer well. But we'll just have to cut it early here. So GG's to Dog, Ins and Mime. A good dominant Simply Cup from them, as Marius just missing out by 30 points. Picking up a fourth. Nerms, Trasher, Justin, Bolingo, Kip, and Unsgar taking it out to the top 10 there to round off. Alex just missing out by 8 points. Jaffa, Cataboo, Darkwigs, and Zemus, some of the rest of the field. So there we have it. Hope you did enjoy this random edition of Simply Cup. Unfortunately, 2 maps missed. This is why you've got to add the extra map or 2, but it's alright, it's a bit of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the maps. Hopefully it was a fun watch this week. Very well played to Dog, Eons and Mime once again. Mime doing very well at the start there, dropping a couple crucial moments though. So I think it was the ice maps which really cut it in this one. But we have a server crash anyway, so that's definitely the end. Hope you enjoyed this one. As I said, I was a bit quiet, but should be able to hear me still. And until next time, people always ask when it is. It's at 1400 CET on Saturdays if I'm live, and probably shouldn't have even been live this week. So hope you enjoyed this edition, as it was nearly close to not happening. But there you go. Until next time, have a good one. Bye bye for now.